We are honored to have a great basketball mind join us today. Head coach Charmin Smith, head coach of the Cal Golden Bears, heading into her 8th season. Coach Smith, I believe it's been 2 months to the day since you guys last played a game. In the year 2026, what does that 2 months after the season ends kind of look like? Like, have you had a chance to rest and reset? What have these past 2 months been like?
Yeah, I mean, it really changes every year because the landscape has been changing pretty rapidly over these past few years. But fortunately, this year we did a really good job with retaining our core. We had 7 people returning. Our staff and our general manager worked really hard to have conversations, and we're really glad we have a lot of people coming back. And then we got 3 pieces in the portal pretty quickly, and we're able to move on. So. When the recruiting shutdown period came along in May, we were ready to shut down, and we did just that.
It's been 3 straight years of you guys making some sort of postseason. I know the NCAA tournament's always the goal, but 3 years of playing in the postseason. You got your 100th win this season. As you've had some time to reflect on this season, how would you characterize this year and what it means for the continued growth of this program?
I think it was another great year for us. Obviously, we wanted the NCAA tournament. I think we were more like a few possessions short, not even a few games, just a few possessions here or there. Syracuse triple overtime, Duke, we've got a 10-point lead in the fourth. Like, they're just different opportunities that we let slip through our fingers. But I'm really proud of what we were able to do, mainly because unlike this year, last year we graduated 4 starters and our 6th player. And so we had to acclimate a lot of new pieces, and it took us some time. And our non-conference schedule really suffered because of that. We picked things up in the ACC play, getting wins over Virginia and Notre Dame, right? Like, we had our moments. But I think this year we'll be more ready from the start because we have some retention and we have people who have been with the system for quite some time. So I think that'll help us. And I'm really looking forward to fighting back to get back into the NCAA tournament next year in that field of 64. Like, I want to be in the 64. I know they're adding teams, but we've got to really work hard to accomplish our goals next year.
You mentioned the retention. 4 of your 5 starters are coming back. What does that say about the culture that you've been able to build there, and how important is that for your goals for this program?
Yeah, I'm really proud of what we were able to do with our players returning. I do think it speaks to culture. I also think it speaks to opportunity. Like, the players that are coming back, they know their role. They know that they have a really large impact on winning here at Cal. And that's important. Everybody wants to play. Everybody wants to be able to, have a certain type of meaning within the program. And we've got the right ones here at Cal that will help us win games next year. And then we added a group, which we've been really good at, picking the right pieces and plugging them into areas where they also have opportunity. And it's been really successful for us.
Having to leverage that transfer portal. What should Cal fans know about these 3 players that you're bringing in? Obviously, one from your alma mater, one from your home state of Missouri, and then Albina. She's going to help kind of fill that hole that Sakima Walker is leaving after her graduation. So what should Cal fans know about these 3 new additions?
Yeah, I mean, you said it about Albina, right? Like, we need another big in the middle. We're excited about what she can do, stepping up to the ACC level. Having played at Rhode Island, she had success against teams like NC State. They were winning at Rhode Island. So I think she'll be a solid presence for us in that way. I think she also has some versatility and being able to operate a little bit on the perimeter with some different actions that we're considering for next year. I mean, Shannon Dow, I think Cal fans are familiar with her. She broke our heart at that game at Mizzou, scoring at the buzzer. She was a menace to try to stop all game. She's really good at getting to the free throw line. She's super aggressive off the dribble. We need someone that can create their own shot. I think she does that really well. Um, and I'm more pleased with, like, what a cool person she's been, and Albina as well. Like, just delightful individuals. And in the day and age of the transfer portal, like, you need to protect that culture. You need good people. And that leads me right to Carly. I mean, we wanted her out of high school, like, we really wanted her. And she went over there for a year, and now she's back here, and we're happy to have her in Bear territory. She can shoot the ball. Like, we were really excited about that. And she's so long and versatile. So She's happy to be wearing the blue and gold, and we're excited to have her.
So now that you bring these three new players in, we talked to Lulu a couple weeks ago. She talked about how her leadership has kind of developed during her time at Cal. How important is it to have those kind of players that can really bring in these new additions and get them accustomed and comfortable with your system pretty quickly?
Yeah, I mean, again, that's what we had, 2 years ago when we retained like, Michelle and Martha and having that group. I think Lou and G are going to be that for us this year, where hey, they know what the expectation is, and they're also hungry. Like we're not okay with what happened last year. We want more. So there's a lot on Lou's shoulders, but we've given her some more support from a basketball perspective, where she doesn't have to do it all. G doesn't have to do it all. We expect a lot out of Miracle. We expect a lot out of Taylor and Naya. So. I think we have the right pieces, and the leadership piece is definitely something that we're working on and training this off season as well.
2 seasons under your belt in the ACC. What have you learned about this league so far, and what excites you for year three?
Yeah, what have I learned? I don't know. Honestly, I'm just really grateful that we're in this situation where we get to be in a Power Four conference based off of what happened with all of the realignment. I love the ACC. I mean, it's just such a great basketball conference, and we've had some success. We've kind of been in the middle. We want to take that next step. So it's Duke and Louisville and North Carolina. Like they've had our numbers. Like we want to get up into that tier. So working hard every day because it's such a talented conference. The guards are out of this world. I mean, Hannah Hidalgo, maybe the best player in the country. It's exciting to try to game plan on how to stop Hannah Hidalgo, Kamora Johnson at Virginia. There's just so much talent in our league, and it's fun. It makes for an exciting experience. And, I respect the coaches in this conference, and yeah, I enjoy competing.
Now, having that stability in this league, it seems that you guys have major alignment from the school, from the athletic department, a new locker room, a new practice facility coming for Cal basketball as a whole. What is it like knowing you have the commitment from the university, not only for you as a coach, but for both the men's and women's programs and into the future?
Yeah, I mean, Mark and I we have a lot of work to do to get to where we want to be with our programs. And I think Jenny and Jay, as our ADs, are really supportive. They understand we want to compete at the highest level. So we need the resources. We need the rev share. We need the above the cap money. We need all of these things. Need. It's kind of nonstop. And we move through it together collectively, like working hard to make sure that we can provide our student athletes with the best experience possible and give ourselves a chance to cut down nets. And I'm pleased with how our athletic department has moved through these changes. Just like we have to adjust to the portal and how to retain kids, like they've had to adjust to the portal and rev share conversations and all of those things. And how does this department support their sports? And they've made women's basketball a priority, and I think that will pay off for them in the long run.
I know it's still relatively early in this offseason, but what you've seen through these first few workouts, how would you kind of characterize what this team is going to be this season?
Yeah, so in the spring we really cater everything towards the individual. So a lot of one-on-one workouts with coaches, like focusing on what Lulu needs to do better, right? Like how Miracle needs to get better for her, and her development and what she wants to do as a basketball player. So I think people are, working on knocking down shots more consistently, finishing at the rim. Those types of things were points of emphasis. And then as a staff, we just sat down yesterday actually and really talk through everything and who were we last year, what do we want to be next year, and then how do we get there. And I'll actually have a 2-week departure here with USA Basketball, and our staff will be tasked with like answering some questions surrounding that meeting and doing some work so that when our players come back in late June, we're ready to go, and we know which direction we're headed in.
You mentioned that role with USA Basketball. You're going to get to head down to Mexico to help coach the U18 AmeriCup for the women's team. How much of an honor is it to get to work with USA Basketball? I know you did a similar role in 2024, but just talk about how much of an honor it is and what that's going to look like for you in Mexico in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm nervous, all of the things, right? I get to be an assistant coach again, which is great. And, Niele Ivy, we're both from St. Louis. It's just a really special thing to be able to help her, get this team ready to get a gold medal, right? It's USA basketball, so anything other than the gold is unacceptable. And to be around such talented group of young women, I think it's going to be an amazing experience. And I want to do my job and, help the team. And then I'm also excited about learning and growing and developing for myself as well.
You talked about that learning aspect. Were you able to take anything from that 2024 experience and apply it to, your job there at Cal, and how might you be able to do the same thing this go round?
Yeah, so I was a court coach that year, and I was with Shay Ralph, who's at Vandy, and it was a lot of fun. And just picking up different drills, different concepts, and things from Terry, who was the head coach of that team, Terry at Indiana. So, yeah, I feel like I understand how it works and what this experience is going to feel like. And now it's just getting a sense of how Niele wants her team to operate and what the differences will be from that perspective. But when you get a lot of coaches who are competitive and motivated together, it's a lot of fun conversations at the dinner table and, just in the hotel. So I'm really looking forward to this.
One last question for you, Coach. When you look at the game, the women's basketball game as a whole, and where it is and where it's going, you started your career in Portland as a player. Now there's a WNBA team there. The international aspect of the game, Albina and Lulu both coming from overseas. Uche Azoche, another great international talent in the ACC. What can you say about where this game, the women's game, is and where it will continue to go?
Yeah, I think the growth is just phenomenal. And I do think it's a testament to just like investment, right? Like when you pour into something that's as good as our game is, then you're going to see results. And I just look at the Valkyries and what they're doing, right across the bridge. And that to me is like the goal, right? Like I want Haas Pavilion to be rocking the way that Valhalla is rocking. And I think, we have a relatively similar type of players that are passionate and excited and have a chip on their shoulder, and I think that our fans will resonate with how we play, the energy, and the competitiveness that we have with this Cal team, and then also who we're playing against. Right? Like, yes, come see us play against Duke. Come see us play against Louisville, right? Come see us play against Notre Dame, right? Like, I mean, it's set up for them to get into Haas Pavilion and support women's basketball. And I think that's how we're trending. And I'm just really honored to be a part of it.
Well, that's just amazing to hear, Coach. We really appreciate your time, and best of luck with Team USA in a couple weeks, and best of luck to your team this coming season.
All right. Thank you.